The screen is pure black. A single heartbeat thumps low, then another, faster. Cold rain starts ticking like a clock. One drop hits metal, slow and deliberate. A girl's ragged breathing cuts through the darkness, wet and terrified. White text fades in with blood-red outline. There is a poison only her kind has ever known, and no human should ever be able to cure it. Black liquid spatters across the screen in slow motion. She collapses to her knees in pouring rain, whispering, "Not like this, please." A scarred human steps from the shadows, without a word. He draws a dagger that flashes with lightning. He turns the blade to his own palm and slices deep. Blood pours as he offers the bleeding hand to her. She freezes, his eyes wide in disbelief. The camera pushes into her glowing violet eyes filled with tears. A shattered whisper escapes. "That's impossible." Title slams in. Dying from a poison only her kind knows. She froze when the human cut his own palm, offering a cure. Soft piano falls like endless rain. Ancient moonlit forest glows with bioluminescent flowers under crystal waterfalls. A calm male voice whispers, "Her name is Eloria, last daughter of the Silvari who live 1,000 years and never trust humans. Centuries ago, mankind hunted them for the light in their blood and left only ashes. Yet 3 moons ago, she broke every law and saved one dying human. She poured her lifelight into his wounds and carried him to safety. She told herself it was only mercy. Tonight, an assassin's blade coated in nightshade ichor found her heart. 12 hours remain before the poison erases her forever. No antidote has ever existed except one forbidden sentence humans were never meant to read. The only man who can pay its price is the same human she once spared. She always believed humans could never love without chains. Tonight he will prove her wrong with his own blood." Rain hammers the broken temple roof as he staggers inside, carrying her limp body. Water streams from his cloak, mixing with black blood seeping through her tunic. He lays Eloria on the cracked altar while lightning reveals veins crawling up her collarbone. She stirs weakly and whispers, "Leave me. You'll only watch me die." He ignores her and tears through dusty shelves, scrolls scattering like dead leaves. His trembling hands flip ancient pages too fast, smearing mud across forgotten ink. She tries to rise, fails, and collapses again. "Human, whatever you're looking for doesn't exist," she breathes. Thunder rolls like judgment. Lightning flashes across the desperation carved into his face. Boots splash through puddles as he refuses to give up. He will not let her die tonight, even if it costs everything she was ever taught to believe. His finger stops on a silver-bound page glowing with silvery runes. He reads aloud in a rough voice, "Only willingly given blood, offered without hope of return, from one whose heart belongs wholly to a child of Eldarin may bind the nightshade." Silence heavier than the storm falls. Eloria laughs, cracked and dying, coughing black droplets. "You found a fairy tale," she rasps. "No human has ever loved one of us, not once in 1,000 years." Her eyes close as she accepts the end. He stares from the page to her fading heartbeat beneath translucent skin. The dagger is already in his hand. He doesn't ask permission. He doesn't need to. The truth has lived in his chest since the night she saved him, and tonight he finally speaks it without words. The temple falls suddenly quiet. Even the rain holds its breath. He kneels in pooling water and gently lifts her cold hand. He places the dagger across both their skins like a vow. Her confused eyes flutter open. "What are you?" The blade flashes once. He cuts deep across his left palm without a sound or flinch. Bright blood wells instantly against the gloom. He presses the wound directly over the black poison flower on her chest. Their blood meets. For 3 endless seconds, nothing happens. Then golden light erupts, racing along the dark veins like sunrise. Her back arches, as the first tear a Silvari has ever shed for a human slides down her temple. Black lines retreat like smoke sucked into flame. Color floods her cheeks and violet eyes ignite brighter than ever. She gasps, scrambles upright, and reaches for his bleeding hand. "You cut yourself for me," she whispers, centuries of hatred cracking in her voice. He tries to pull away. She refuses to let him. Emerald healing light spills from her palms, sealing his flesh. She trembles harder than when poison was killing her. Something ancient inside her shatters quietly as she tastes his blood in the air like forbidden forgiveness. The healing glow fades. She stares at his fresh scar, then into his eyes, finding no lie. A raw sob tears out of her, centuries overdue. She lunges, arms wrapping his neck so tightly he stumbles. Her face buries in his shoulder, silver hair spilling like moonlight across his chest. She clings, as if gravity itself might steal him. His own arms close around her slowly, afraid she vanish. In that soaked, shaking embrace, a millennium of war ends between two heartbeats, learning the same rhythm. She pulls back just enough to meet his gaze, tears still falling. Her voice turns ancient and unbreakable. From this night forward, my life is yours, not as servant, not as debt, but because you gave me tomorrow. She presses his scarred palm over her racing heart. If the world burns for what you did, I will burn with it until the stars forget how to shine. Thunder rolls softer, almost approving. He says nothing, some promises are too vast for words. He simply threads his fingers through hers. For the first time in either life, silence feels like home. Dawn creeps through broken arches, painting everything gold. They walk out hand in hand, the forest parting its branches like a bow. Birds sing as the world exhales. She keeps touching the scarlet line on his palm with reverence, afraid it might vanish and take him with it. Sunlight turns her hair to liquid silver, and her eyes translucent. She stops, rises on her toes, and presses the softest kiss to the corner of his mouth. Thank you, she whispers, for teaching me that monsters can love. They keep walking into the new day, a Silvarian and a human. The screen fades to warm velvet black. 2 heartbeats remain, falling into perfect rhythm. White text rises. He gave his blood with no promise of love in return. And that is exactly why she fell. A calm voice whispers, sometimes the deadliest poison isn't nightshade. It's the story that some hearts are forbidden to love each other. Tonight one human rewrote 1,000 years of hatred with a single cut. An immortal elf discovered she had waited centuries for the right kind of scar. If this reached the part of you that still believes impossible love can happen without chains, comment PALM, so I know you felt it too. Final frame. Their intertwined hands against sunrise. His scar glowing like a vow written in light, one last shared heartbeat, then fade to black.